Do it anyway before, and I certainly don't want to do it now.
I mean, do you think you've learned from this exercise then?
Yeah,
as a whole, and the whole production?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole thing's a learning curve. Never done anything like that before, and I'm very happy with the results, and I think everyone else is.
Fantastic. Well, lovely to have you here. Thank you very much, Nathan. Sadly, we're nearing the end of our show tonight, and it's a chance to glimpse the new documentary from Green Gage Productions. Fantastic new thing about the recession and how the recession can actually bring up the National Front. Now, it's quite hard-hitting, a little bit investigative, and a lot of these kind of documentaries are pouring out onto the market at the moment. I mean, what do you think of this kind of documentary, Kieran?
It's something we've seen a lot, but it's certainly something that's on everyone's minds at the moment. So it's interesting to see just another piece like this. So everyone wants as much information as possible. So there's certainly a place for it.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, we sent out Laura Carey again, our fantastic roving reporter, to meet up with Sean, who worked on the production of this documentary.
So whose idea was it to do your documentary on recession?
Originally, it was my idea to make this film because I'd just been made redundant a couple of weeks before.
Bar University. The recession has hit Britain with full force, with unemployment figures increasing. Is Britain becoming a more nationalistic country?
Think about what skills you've got. We can narrow this list of job options down to babysitter and bramble picker.
Although that may seem funny, the recession is a very serious matter. I've come to see what sociology lecturer Rob Mears predicts for the future of British society. What effect do you think the current recession is going to have on British society?
Well, obviously it depends how long it will last. Previous recessions that have lasted 2 or 3 years don't have any really long-term effects. But if the recession were to last 5 or 10 years, there'd be effects on pensions, savings, levels of crime, family formation, divorce, and so on. But really it's just a matter of how long we think it'll last. What's fairly clear in any case is that economic recession has a pretty direct relationship to property crime. So we should expect to see a rise in shoplifting, burglary, car theft, and so on, I would have thought.
Do you think that the recent marches are productive or counterproductive for society?
I think they're a very important marker of what it is to live in a free society. To live in what some people call a civil society, where you have lots of organisations, churches, unions, free to state what they would like, and that doesn't happen in dictatorships or, dictatorial societies. So it's a very important event to have happened.
During the 1970s, the National Front made political advances by capitalising on anti-immigrant sentiment, partly caused by high unemployment. In 1977, a march set up in Lewisham resulted in serious violence. Approximately 110 people were injured during the disturbances in southeast London. Could events like this reoccur?
I think there will be a short-term rise in the electoral appeal of nationalist and racist parties, probably across Europe. One of the effects of a recession is to turn people inwards, to be more protectionist and to be more nationalistic, probably. But their impact will be localised. I don't think it'll be significant nationally. It'll be deeply unpleasant if you happen to be on the receiving end of racist or fascist abuse or violence.
They're now calling it a worldwide recession. Do you think the efforts of our government can really help if it's a worldwide situation?
Well, remember, Britain is one of the richest countries in the world. It's got a huge economy, probably second in Europe. It's obviously part of the G8, which are the 8 most powerful economies in the world. So the short answer is yes, presumably that's what the British government are trying to do, to influence global responses to the economic downturn. The bigger threat is actually generational conflict. between an ageing population who make great demands for welfare and pensions, and a younger generation who are probably reluctant, if not completely unwilling, to pay for that in their taxation. And that is a real time bomb in terms of conflict in the next 10 or 20 years, I suspect. Far more significant than ethnic disputes.
A lot of people are becoming frustrated with the government and the way they have handled the recession. And this is possibly why BNP votes have increased.
I'm just absolutely sick and tired of it.
They can see what the markets have already seen, that you are the devalued Prime Minister of a devalued government.
I went to visit my local Lib Dem MP, Don Foster, to see what he has to say on the matter. What advice would you give to students in an industry where it's going to be hard to get a job in the future?
I think there's no doubt. I mean, if you skimp on investing in education, you skimp on people's lives in the future. Then what we need is a workforce, a population who are highly skilled. And the best way of ensuring that they're highly skilled is by having a high quality education service, ensuring that there are real opportunities not only in schools with high quality education, really good high quality early years education being the most important.
With large broadcasting companies such as the BBC making budget cuts and ITV sacking around 700 people, a career in the media industry looks doubtful.
What the BBC's done is had to cut some aspects of its overall package, because some of the things that were due to happen are simply not happening. The recession meant that fewer people are building houses, fewer people are moving into separate houses. That means fewer people paying their licence fees. And the way in which they've gone about it on the whole has been to protect the production budgets above all, and that's critically important. One of the things that I think has been fantastic about what we've seen from the BBC in recent times has been the introduction of the WOC, the Window of Creative Competition, giving more opportunities for independent production companies to be producing material for the BBC, and I welcome that very much indeed. We've obviously got to be looking at all ways of supporting the creative industry.
With an estimated 600,000 illegal immigrants in the UK, more and more people are turning to political parties such as the BNP. Do you think the media encourages different sections of society to become over-concerned about immigrants taking jobs?
Oh, massively. I mean, but I don't think enough people in this country have yet realised the full, huge benefit that migration into this country has brought. I mean, it's massively enriched the culture of this country. I mean, they've brought fantastic benefits to this country, and I think the sooner we go out and promote the benefits of inward migration, sensibly managed, of course, into this country, the better.
Through my journey, I've learned that we're going to have to stick together as a community to pull ourselves out of the recession.
And it is critically important that we work together across party political lines to deal with that real threat.
The time's for a change. See the luck I've had, make a good man turn back.
We see great promising things from Green Gage Productions. I mean, do you reckon they're a force to be reckoned with in the future?
Yeah, certainly. It's a good strong little piece. It's a nice sort of starting thing for them. And I think I'd like to see more work of this. It feels quite professional. It's quite a solid piece as one. Yeah, I just feel like it works, and I want to see more from them.
Well, thank you, Kieran. Well, a fantastic show. It's been great to catch up with these films, and unfortunately we're running out of time now. But please do view the films on our website, which is www.gatehousegatehouse.com. You can vote and you can comment on there. Now, next time we've got interpretive dancer from Barsbar, Claude von Stauffenberg, who you know personally, don't you? Yeah. He's going to come on the show and talk about his new piece. But for now, that's all we've got time for. So thank you very much, Kieran.
Thanks.
And thank you for the documentary filmmakers for providing us with material. And I hope you have a lovely evening.